Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail. In the last episode, we managed to acquire the information needed to fool Wit Nosek into telling us a little bit of the information he had been working on. Very little, rather cryptic as well, for Biocorp in regards to the ARC project. It wasn't much, and we weren't able to get any research documents from him, but we were able to tell Azif about our success, much of it as it was, and Azif rewarded us with a Hux key, a rechargeable lockpick / hacking device / omnitool, which I don't remember where I put it at the moment. We also completed the quest for the Institute on Forsaken Island. Not finding a living behemoth, nor any live samples, we did find, however, 2 psionic sisters that wished to be left alone after explaining their pretty awful... Well, pretty awful, is that the right word? Yeah, that's the right expression. Situation when they were young and trying to understand their psionics, how their station did not help them and ejected them from it, since they were uncontrolled, as it were. They didn't like, in the end, however, they weren't going to let us leave. We had to kill them, and it was a very easy battle. Helps, I suppose, that we are immune to fire and frost, so they couldn't do anything to me, even if they wanted to. Poor girls. We came back and completed that quest, turned in the head from the Beast and Foundry to Risco as well, got the challenge for it, and off screen, I have ran around a bit, gathered some supplies, and moved them to our locker here in the Institute. I figured we would make it look as if we are indeed going to be moving in with these people, since that's what we're supposed to be doing, and also because now I am prepared to head down to the deep caverns when that time comes, with one exception. I wasn't sure if I wanted to bring the quality 170 super steel plates down with me there. I don't think I'm going to have the electronics, if we find a very good electronic discharger and a good plasma core, to create the super steel spear I want to make out of one of those quality plates. And it brings me dangerously close to being overburdened if we grab everything when the extraction, shall we say, begins. But I'll make up our mind then. I guess I can always leave some other supplies behind if we have a few more pounds of carry capacity. In any case, hello everyone. Let's go ahead and start this episode. As you can see, by the way, from my hotbar, I have re-equipped some of our supplies. I don't know why I was so obsessed with coil spiders near the end of the last episode, but I really am. Anything that... Oh, right, I wanted to test coil spiders. If having only 4 chargeables on me, fully charged, is enough that a single EMP blast that they can emit can kill me still. Because it burns right through your shield, deactivates all of your items, and does damage based on the amount of items it discharged and how much energy they had. It probably will kill me, since we only have 256 life. You know, if I had brought some EMP grenades, I could have checked that. Okay, well, it's too late. Hello, everyone. Let's continue our adventure. I haven't picked anyone's pocket here, so I will come back here off screen and do so, I think. The Faceless are nothing compared to the Preservation Forces. Proven. This looks like a science lab to me. Octavia. Interested in becoming an investigator of chemistry? Not chemistry. Biology, perhaps. The woman carefully places down a beaker filled with purple liquid as soon as you come near. 1 second, everyone. I need my phone. Lots of stuff is happening, and I need to know what's going on. Sorry. Okay. On the table in front of her, you see numerous glassware. Beakers, flasks, vials. It is all there. She lowers the protective mask covering her mouth and starts the conversation. Torch's evolution. I don't think we've met before. I'm Octavia. Investigator Octavia. Oh, evolution is short. My name is Tim. She nods. So how can I help you? Can you tell me who's in charge here? That would be our PI, Georgius. Georgius? You can find him in his office right over there, behind those double doors. PI stands for Principal Investigator. I know that because I work with PIs. I see. Before I go to him, I had some other questions I wanted to ask you. No problem, brother. Is there a way I can acquire some chemicals around here? Well, I happen to be in charge of the chemical inventory, but you'd have to ask our Principal Investigator for permission. He's in the office right over there. If he says yes, then come back to me, brother. All right, short god, you sister. You too, brother. You too. You know what? We will pick everyone's pocket while we're here. I'll do it on screen. I know you guys don't mind. No! No! He left. He left. All right. Another thing we did in the last episode is I asked the game to be kind to me and give me the shrimp while we were out on Forsaken Island. And it was as if Stig himself heard my request, took pity on me, and gave me the shrimp, since that was the very next fish we found, right after we had fished up a walking fish. We turned in the Geezer Ford quest, and now we cannot fail to fish from now on. Won't prove, I think, that important, because I don't intend to do too much fishing down in the deep caverns, but this is one of the first times I've actually completed the fishing quest. Oh, wait, no, this is not true. I usually complete the fishing quest before deep caverns because I find shrimp out in the DLC, in the Black Sea, in order to complete the quest. But then I don't do any fishing down in the deep caverns itself. I usually bring enough drugs that I don't need to actually create more when I'm down there. But this might all change on hard mode, since I have not been down in the deep caverns yet on hard mode. If we talk with this guy, we should also pick his pocket. Nice, enough space around his desk, we can do so. 100 Stygian coins. Definitely take those. Oh, I also spent money getting the camera system installed in my house in Core City. Now the house is 100% completely done. There's nothing left for me to spend money on unless I'm going to change out certain carpets or couches. And I generally don't do that sort of thing. So it's all done. And I am left with 9,138 bucks at this moment to spend on fun things from now on. We should earn quite a bit of potential money down in the deep caverns when we start, after we're all done, since there's some excellent quality components down there, and we'll be able to craft guns, weaponry, electronics, and what have you, and sell it for a tidy profit. But this is way in the future. As soon as he notices you, the man in a white lab coat closes a folder he was straining to read and greets you with a firm handshake. His bloodshot eyes are drowning in fatigue, something which rubbing his eyes, which he performs from time to time, simply cannot remove, but can only relieve for a bit. Still, he appears alert and focused enough, and above all friendly during your conversation. Hello, brother. George's Evolution. I am Principal Investigator Georgius, and I run the Department of Chemistry, a part of the investigation, in case you didn't know. A pleasure to meet you, Investigator. Call me Tim. Ah, yes. You helped Ephraitor Denzel get the Reaching Man from Lunatics. Ah, right. I was very pleased to have the figurine finally in his hands. Tell me, how may I help you? Why did you join the Institute of Chort? Oh, that happened a long time ago. Some 15 years ago. I used to work as a chemist in Core City. I was young and ambitious, but those ambitions were, at least temporarily, shattered when news that Biocorp was overtaken by the Protectorate came from North Underrail. By the Chort, I still remember when the rioters broke into my home and started thrashing and pillaging, inbred primitives. So I left Core City and sought at the time, extremely unfamiliar Institute of Chort. I've heard of it from some friends of mine and came upon those same entrance gates. Yeah, I remember it still. The moment I stepped through the gate, I felt something. From a bleak outlook on life, I suddenly felt my ambitions waking up again. And I guess I managed to realize those ambitions. Investigation was a natural choice for me, and therefore I started as an assistant chemist. A few years later, and after a lot of hard work, I became a proper investigator and led some of my own projects. Then finally, in year 92, I became a principal investigator. Next stop, Epicopos Georgius. I'm joking, of course. But who knows? Is there a way for me to get a hold of some chemicals around here? It's rare for someone to come with that request, but I don't see why not. Go talk to Investigator Octavia. She can sell you some of the chemicals we have in access. Just tell her to give you permission. Thank you. Other questions for you, sir? Well, go ahead. I'm looking for some work. Oh. Interested in becoming an investigator? That is Apex. Excellent. Institute of Chort welcomes young and prosperous men such as yourself. You know, an old quote by illustrious Iden just sprang to my mind. Chortists are like nucleotides from the DNA. Small building blocks that together form something truly great. Actions of each individual lead to the creation of something better. Every one piece of the puzzle is important. If you're willing to become a piece just like the rest of us, then together we will complete the puzzle. In any case, I do have some work just for you. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Let's do some sciencey stuff. All in due time, Tim, all in due time. First, I had use for some of your, other skills. I currently need you to help me with two things. First is related to an experimental chemical weapon, a pistol to be precise, that needs some combat testing. Judging from your recent history of lunatic decimation, you shouldn't have any trouble with this one. Those feral creatures. Anyway, the second is related to the matter of locating and retrieving research data our department would find incredibly useful. It would require you to leave the Institute building. I haven't left the building since I got here. It was around 85, if I remember correctly. At the time of the Core City riot, so I don't know how much of the outside has changed, and therefore how much my directions will be accurate. So, brother, are you still interested? If you are, I can give you the details. Yeah, tell me more about that experimental chemical pistol. Yeah, right, the chemical pistol. Somewhere around year 97, we were approached by Preservation about helping them design a more advanced chemical weapon than what was available at the time. Something truly apex. You see, Harmos Starvos desired all Rassifor expeditions in the deep caverns to be equipped with several chemical weapons per combat unit during their time down there. The reasons for that were of logistical nature. A combat unit could use naturally occurring caustic chemicals, acids, which are abundant in deep caverns and can be obtained from living or environmental sources, and be self-sufficient, ammunition-wise, therefore maintaining constant combat capability. Can we get to the part where you tell me what I need to do? Oh, right. Sorry. If we skip all that, we get right to XAL001. That is short for Experimental Acid Launcher. It offers great improvement in terms of fire rate and ergonomics over all available models currently in use, and we are planning further attachments to increase capacity and to help processing of raw chemicals in the field, yada yada yada. To sum it up, we believe it to be a truly apex design. Okay, again, where do I come in? Yeah, right. Listen now, Tim. While we are pleased so far with how the prototype turned out, it still needs more field testing before it can finally enter production. That is where you come in, brother. I need you to test the weapon, preferably on lunatics or the faceless. You had successfully dealt with the former in the past, so I have no doubt that you will enjoy the work. Bottom line is, if you're interested, I can give you an XAL001 right this very moment, so you may test it. With Choice guidance, of course. I'll test it. May I have it? Apex. Here it is in all its glory. Hands you the chemical pistol. There. And some ammo. Almost forgot. I would like you to abuse the weapon. That is the goal of this test. Also, if anyone bothers you at the main entrance, just tell them you're performing weapon tests for Principal Investigator Georges. For how long do I have to use the weapon? The longer the better, really. Remember, the weapon was designed for use in extreme conditions, so abuse it properly. Once you think the weapon is up to par with the task, let me know. Alright, I'm off to use this bad boy. See you later, Investigator. Chort guides you and... sorry. Chort guides you and good luck. Do we need... Okay, we don't need any... guns to use it. Okay, we're not going to hit very often, but we shouldn't need to. If I recall this quest correctly, this gun has a ejection problem, and sometimes it will spew acid and entangle us when we utilize it. Then we bring it back and let him know that the gun's not ready for manufacture. About that research data you need. Oh yes, right. Let me tell you of an old Biocorp facility by the name of Hecate Research Outpost, which exists somewhere in lower Underrail. It's a small facility which usually wouldn't be worthy of our time. Usually. We, Institute of Chort, have recently acquired a document which suggests that some interesting data on protein design can be found there. Apparently they did some projects there and, well, they were able to identify any novel sequences. It could be of great use. Therefore, I would like you to visit this place and snoop around and see what you can find. If something can be found, the facility is located somewhere to the east of Core City. We don't have an exact location, but shouldn't be too far away from it. What do you say, brother? Interested in making a contribution to the Institute? I'll see what I can do about it. Apex! What else can I say but short guide you, Tim? Oh, was there something else you needed? You mentioned protein design. What is that? Pardon me. I suppose I'm misexplaining that. Protein design is, by definition, the creation of new protein molecules that will fold or assume a certain shape to a certain protein structure. And the whole reason why we would seek to do that, brother, is so that we can create proteins which completely new or slightly varied functions. Since proteins are one of the most important biomolecules with numerous functions, you can see why designing new sequences is such an important task. That's right. That should be the gist of it. Alright, short guide you, Georges. Short guide you too, Tim. We've already been to Hakate. That's where we found the Power Fist, and where we first met coil spiders. And got decimated. Octavia. Investigator Georges told me I could purchase chemicals from you. Now, I don't really need chemicals from her. I just want to see what she's actually selling. Because we can't... Oh, she is selling quite a few antidotes. Antidotes are one of the few drugs you can't actually create, if I recall correctly. And she has a few blueprints we don't know, but I don't really care about chemical ammo or blob traps. Nothing else here I think we need. Alright, let's see if there's anyone else here who needs their pockets picked. You know, something I've never done in this game is ensure that I'm walking everywhere with second sight in effect. I wonder how many warp points I've managed to miss during my time playing the game. I can't think of any, but that's why I would have missed them. There's none down in Deep Caverns to my knowledge. Once you're down there, you're not leaving that area. I hear my sump pump going off. We got a lot of rain and wind yesterday. Shot. A ton of it, actually. My yard looks like a moat, or a lake is outside of it. Okay, let's go to the electronics area next. Hello, Prio 4. Why are you down? Okay, I'm about to ask, why are you down some psionics? That's interesting. You must have used an ability. Sometimes you can actually meet Aiden in this area, if I recall correctly. And be careful, you can be killed if you walk between the Telsa coils, or whatever those things are called. Ooh, cave hopper steak for free. Check out our particle accelerator. Oh, is that what this is? No, that's this thing. 104 reinforced fabric ballistic panel. We'll take it. Thank you for your contribution for us saving the world, apparently. Server room. Nothing we can interact with in here, though. George's Mister just staring at it. George's evolution, brother. How are you liking the Institute, brother? New discoveries every step of the way. Like it better if you have something in your pockets I can take. And you do. Sonic inhalant and your cash. We'll get this guy. He's about to stop walking. Sorry, investigator, but I need your pockets. Use limiter base, $15. Principal Investigator Shaft. Well, Shaft. First, we're going to check your pockets for stuff. $67. These people are rich. The investigator seems to have just finished typing something on his keyboard when you walked in. The final keystroke coincides with you coming to a halt before him. He lifts his head and observes you through his glasses and instantly notices one detail, that there is a smudge on them. Naturally, he removes his glasses, picks up a handkerchief from his drawer, and begins wiping the lenses clean. As he is doing so, the conversation begins. Torch's evolution. I haven't seen you before, brother, and you must be new. You must be here either to appreciate the light show produced by our resident transformer, or to do some scientific investigation. Either is acceptable. I'm Principal Investigator Sheft, but please, just call me Sheft. You are... Evolution is short, brother. I am Tim, and I had a few questions for you. I have no objection to that. Tim, ask whatever questions you had. I'm interested in purchasing some tech stuff, if you got any available. Oh, an unusual request, but one I can respond to positively. Talk to Investigator Kiro and tell him I gave you permission. The selection should be satisfying, I'm sure. Where can I find him? He's over by the particle accelerator, probably doing some calculations. He's a brilliant mathematician, so I allow him to do all the difficult math for me. We have a mathematician where I work as well, and we all allow him to do it too, because it's way too complicated for the rest of us. What can you tell me about this apartment? Well now, this is the Department of Physics, and that is exactly what we do here. Physics. We have our little lab here and our own personal particle accelerator even, and we pretty much have our hands free to do whatever we desire. We perform tests, experiments, and make new discoveries in an attempt to further aid this institution in its goals. Oh, sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, physics is fun. Apex. Don't let anyone try to convince you otherwise. I suppose the only downside is that we sometimes tend to be underappreciated, I feel. You know, by the other departments, like physicists play with their own toys, blah, blah, blah. I'm pardon me for saying that, but it get on my nerves sometimes. But when we do show them something Apex, their jaws instantly crack the floor. So why did you join the Institute of Tort? That was a long time ago. Wow. I'm going to give you a simple answer here. There is no need to go into a lot of details. Here's a single sentence. I always had an imagination, and here I can make it a reality. That's all there is to it, brother. I was wondering if you had any work I could help you with. His face suddenly turns grim. Interesting choice of words, Tim. Oh, did I say something offensive? It doesn't sound that way to me. No, what I meant was... I mentioned it was interesting because of a young Rassifor who came to me with those exact same words you just spoke. I mean, he was interested in what we do here and wished to help. Go on. His name is Pavel. At the time of his arrival, the department was testing a terahertz or T-ray emitter that would allow us to perform through-wall imaging. I hope you are able to understand how useful such a technology could be to us all. Just better leave the long talk for later and return to rest for Pavel. He was a man who clearly missed his call, a member of the preservation forces who had more interest in scientific investigation than anything else. He would often drop by our lab and was, no doubt about it, genuinely interested in all the wonders of physics. Some 2 days ago, he dropped by the lab and found out the full possibilities of through-wall imaging, which made him even more interested and excited. I told him about needing to somehow test the emitter in a very active environment, and since West Wing had been reopened, he personally volunteered to go there and plant the device. I thought it was too dangerous, and, well, now I asked him how he was going to do it without immediate Samuel finding out. He convinced me he had a plan, and everything was going to be Apex. Well, I guess I sent him to his doom, for he hasn't returned still. I regret ever accepting that risk in the first place. It was his risk. That's a very sad story. But the whole idea of through-wall imaging is quite interesting. Can you tell me more about the emitters? Certainly. How about I start with the problem first and then move on to T-Ray technology, which is the solution to the problem. Our whole lives, we live surrounded by walls. Rock, brick, metal. Take a pick. Open space is non-existent pretty much, and, well, visibility is therefore very limited. What if we could see through these walls, huh? Let's move on to that. To be able to acquire a certain image of what is behind an obstacle, you first need to send some particle through or around it. Since going around it is not an option most of the time, through it will have to be, brother. You can use high-energy ionizing radiation, but that'll probably give you cancer or outright kill you. It depends. But if the energy is too low, then you are not penetrating the obstacle. The best type of radiation, according to our tests, is the terahertz radiation. It lies between the microwave and infrared band, with frequencies, well, measured in several terahertz. It is convenient for one other reason. We have managed to fine-tune the waves to pass through solid non-living objects, but be reflected back when it hits living tissue. creating a three-dimensional map of all living entities in the operational vicinity of the emitter device. Oh, that's amazing! It can only detect living things, right? Currently, yes. But even that is a leap forward from what we had before. Zilch! I mean, it would be pointless to explain what you can do with it. You're a smart enough man, so I'll let your imagination do the work. And if you ever decide to become an investigator, imagination will be your most powerful ally. And pardon me, but sometimes it's even more important than knowledge. Remember that, huh? So, I will go look for Rastafort Pavel if you want me to. No, I'm not saying anyone else there. I made that awful mistake the first time. I didn't pardon me. He just insisted so much. He really wished for the technology to work, so much that in fact he was willing to risk his life. I don't want to risk yours or anyone else's. I'm not a rookie, chef. I can handle myself quite well. If Pavel is alive, then he's probably hurt and unable to return on his own. By the tort. This is all so messed up. Go then. Go to the West Wing. Should you find him, bring him back, if there is anything to bring back. The emitter is not important, but returning it wouldn't be frowned upon. Chort guide you, Tim. On the way, brother. Chort guide you. Let's see if we get lucky enough that there is a decent emitter here for perhaps a better super steel spear. I'm not expecting them to find anything incredibly super high quality. About 150, maybe 154 or so is about the highest I'm expecting to find outside of deep caverns. Caverns pocket, can't take the plasma cell. Alright, bunch of Stygian coins on these folks. That is a magnificent looking particle accelerator. Oh, he's got a ceramic watch. We have pickpockets, so we're going to take it from him. This thin man seems uninterested in you at first glance, as his facial expression doesn't change at all when he notices you trying to start a conversation, and his body language doesn't differ. What you also find peculiar is the fact that he almost never breaks eye contact, but maintains it during the whole conversation. Luckily, he blinks in regular intervals, or else his mechanical stare would seem even more awkward. Also, it comes as no surprise that his tone of voice is as flat as his excitement for the conversation he's engaged in. Chorta's evolution. I am Investigator Kiro. Who are you? Hello, my name is Tim, and I was wondering if you could answer a few questions for me. I do have time, brother. What is on your mind? Principal Investigator Chef told me I could purchase high-tech stuff from you. Of course, brother. Please wait a moment, and I will show you what is available. Alright, so first off, nothing I have on me I want to sell. What do you have, brother? 155 plasma core. Once again, I suspect this will be the highest we can get outside of the deep caverns. That might be worth purchasing. Is he selling any better shield bits? No. But this plasma core is very nice. I'm willing to spend 500 bucks on it, absolutely. Okay. So we have all the quests I'm aware of. Well, I'm sorry, no, not yet. Well, I'm sorry. We have all the quests we can get at this moment from the Institute of Chort without completing some of them, I believe. Let's have some food. Revisit our stash and put some stuff there. And then we will go and do the Preservation Forces quest next. Which you guys might have forgotten. It's been like 2 or 3 episodes ago since we got it. That requires us to go past the canteen to an area that had opened up during an earthquake. When we complete that quest, and first off, we'll also be able to fight some lunatics down there and use the acid gun for a bit. We will also, after we complete that quest, we'll be sent to the West Wing, which will coincide with the other quest we just got from the investigator. We'll complete all the shortest quests. There's no reason why we shouldn't do it. Is there a reason why you wouldn't want to? I hear you asking. You can be... rewarded might be the proper term to use, but I'm not sure. You will be congratulated down in the deep caverns, depending upon your... That's what I'm looking for. Position with the faceless. Lots of spoilers, by the way. Lots and lots of spoilers from now on. Because we're nearing the end of the game. I assume you guys all know that lots of spoilers will be going on here. Let's see, let's put this on here. Oh, we don't need a fishing rod on us. Okay, that should be good. We are going to fight shortists, or lunatics, and this is a higher level area. So we should be using our electric spear for the foreseeable future down here. The faceless, I believe, allow you to get resupplied. I've actually never, ever, ever, on any of my characters who have been down in deep caverns, even utilized their resupply once so far. I managed to bring everything I needed with me. There's enough supplies down there that I don't need to leave to pick up, rather, I never needed to... Enough supplies. There's enough stuff you can break down if you have the crafting skill that you won't need to worry about having to repair gear and what have you. So I've never utilized it. But that's based on how friendly you were with the faceless and how you interacted with them during the missions earlier. When you encountered them, not during the missions. Otherwise, I swear my head says the wrong words all the time. Food shelves, I'm guessing. An old diver's helmet was stored here. Oh, I guess not food shelves, just normal supplies. We are allowed down here, apparently. This is an emblem of Biocorp University. In the days of old Biocorp, students probably sewed it onto their clothes. One oddity point. Okay, empty storage apparently. Nothing in the freezers or probably the fridges. Okay. If playing Oddity mode though, that's a new Oddity item, so you'll be glad to have found it. This is the area we're not supposed to go into. Over there to the right. Going down there and refusing to leave will start the extraction process of this and turn the Institute hostile to you. Fighting the Institute will turn it hostile to you, obviously, as well. And then you will be forced to go down to the deep caverns. Once the earthquakes start, you're getting ready to go into the end of the game. And I suspect this is where you drop down from if you do the lunatic stair maker thing. Well, I'm not 100% sure. It might be in this area over here that was revealed. The Rastafari guard motions you to stop. Stop, brother. This area behind us is blocked off due to earthquake damage. How much damage did the earthquake do? Well, before the earthquake struck, there was only a small room behind the door at the end of the corridor. Now the wall fell down and revealed an opening into an abandoned station. It is all ruined. Nothing of use there. We've locked the door to keep someone from going there by accident, but it also serves as an obstacle should something try to come to us. Thanks. That's all I needed to know. I'll be on my way then. Tort guide you. Actually, we have something else to talk to you about, brother. That was that Medium Samuel's orders are to investigate Utility 7. I'm on that task. In that case, brother, take this key. He hands you a key. It unlocks the door at the end of the corridor. Utility station should be to the left from where you enter the station, in the far left corner. Good luck, and Tort guides you. Thanks. I just might need it. Let's pick your pockets first, though. I gotta use the bathroom really quick. Yep. Both pockets. Alright guys, hold on. I'll be right back. Delicious Coke Cherry Zero. Everyone, here in New Jersey, they've been replacing at the Wawa convenience stores the Cherry Coke Zero I love so much with Coke Zero Spiced, which I hate the taste of. I'm having to go further and further afield to find the Cherry Coke Zero that I like drinking. I have to start ordering it online again eventually at this rate. Oh, hello. All right. Let's head on in. Let's also go ahead and drink some juice while we're here. Oh! A damaged wall. Oh! I understand. So the stair maker must lead you into this area, because this is probably how you get through to the Institute if you don't decide to take the interview. Mushrooms place has been abandoned for a while. It must be rather moldy in here. Misty. Misty? Moist. There's a word people hate. To have this much fungus grow. I don't like seeing open doors like that. .9mm firearm barrel and the tourist guide. I thought that said shortest guide for half a second. Some mushroom brew. Dynamite. Nice. That's probably a fixed drop to help you break through the wall if you need to. We could use another one of those. Let's finish exploring this room before we decide where to go. I can't remember what's here or not, which is why I'm using the shield. Am I here or not? I mean, I don't know if there's any stealth enemies hiding around. This crossbow, although it is a scoped level 20 crossbow, apparently it's not very good, given the value to durability ratio. So we'll break it down for some bits. Utility 7 key card. Hippocrates, I can't pronounce it. The station's key card. Okay, I'm guessing then there's no hostiles here. Oh, 2 dead people. Scavengers, I'm guessing. One has a compass. Other has just 2 flares. Probably been searched already by the Rassifors. Alright, viewer. Time to finally get involved in some fighting that I have not done at all in hard mode. Mental note, there are traps around too. But I think we have hostile crawlers and death stalkers as well somewhere up ahead. Well, we just alerted everyone that we're here. Everything now also knows. Okay. I activated combat. You can hear doors opening. There's a psychopath. Okay. Darn it. I really want to get the psychopath. Freezer and a nuker. Okay, it's good enough to know that there's one here, and he was on the other side of that door. I keep starting combat thinking that that's the Psychopath. There's going to be a Deathstalker or Crawler in this room. I would like to get them to fight the Lunatics. Maybe we can do this? Jumping in blueprint, another Utility Station 7 keycard. Utility Station 7, Terminal 6, Hazardous Waste Disposal Control. Waste disposal system is on standby, no procedures in place. I think this is the shutter here. We want to leave them closed. What I would like to do is, once again, get everything to fight each other. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of dynamite. I don't think I brought any grenades with me, did I? I did not. Alright, viewer. Let's listen and see if we hear any combat begin. Okay, we're running the corner and helping. It's probably just one single, one Deathstalker, and a ton, as you can see, of other enemies. It's all these other dudes we want to kill. The Psychopath especially. Which is why I didn't target him first. Oh, I forgot we were using the gun. I thought that was my knife. The acid may actually kill this guy. Yeah, okay. That's fantastic. Even though I hate Deathstalkers, I think that's the only one. And once our friend dies, we have to deal with all the lunatics. And it's already frozen, so I think it's dead this upcoming turn. Okay, the most dangerous of them is dead. Well, not quite the most dangerous, but a very dangerous enemy. Okay, they are done with the Deathstalker if they're now targeting me. Let's set ourselves on fire. Have a bunch of drugs to help us out. It's the electrician I'm most worried about, since he will be able to, use... Actually, no, scanners are the ones that have, look, what's it called? They can summon the shadows. Let's put a bunch of fire everywhere. Wait, right here. Wow, that freezer really hurts. But he'll be the only one who can reach me. thanks to where we positioned ourselves. Also, I'm glad we used morphine. We would have probably died to that. We took 180 damage or so. Oh god, there's another psychopath. Thankfully, we set him on fire. And we killed the freezer that was there. Another pyromaniac, another nuker. I'm not really worried about them very much. I'm trying to spread our fire around a little bit. Ooh. Okay, good. Electricians are oh. Okay, thankfully it was just one shot. I didn't realize there was another freezer here. I thought for some reason we set him on fire. And there are a lot of dudes. Oh, and our flame expired. The ability for us to be immune to fire. We don't really want to be standing in it, but this might be a mistake where we just moved to. Our morphine's about to expire. And it has. Oh, the Stalker's still around. Or there's another one around. I don't think anyone's going to walk in here judging from how much flame we have boiling up. Yeah, they won't do so. They will all cluster, which works for me. The Psychopath should probably burn to death. We want to move up to fire our chemical pistol. We might have missed, but we did put more acid on the ground. Sounds like the Death Stalker's hurting some of them. Like I ran right in here on fire, which works for me. Oh, we're losing most of our shield. And that guy burned to death. This is exciting. A freezer. Can we reach you with this from here? We can. Supposedly. Let's have some adrenaline. I still hear combat out there. So the Death Stalker, I assumed there was just one. I guess it's still doing quite a number on these enemies. Do we dare run out there? I think we do. Where is that Death Stalker? It's, well, now it's dead. It must have been set on fire or something of the sort. The freezer is no longer afraid. Okay, so we're going to want to run back into the fire room. Out of ammo. Let's reload this. Actually, we can send a fireball down at him. Good. I don't know if that was the last of the enemies. If we killed all the lunatics here. I don't think we did. But I'm not sure. How brave am I? I'm pretty brave. Okay, there's a pyromaniac over there. Oh, but they're stunned. There's another freezer here. A ripper! I don't even know what that guy's capable of doing. But he'll be stunned for another round, so let's get up there and try to kill him. That's a shame. Let's use some fire. And get into this room. Someone outside used a health potion, I think. Nice. Good. I can't really chase the freezer, though. We're still fatigued for 2 more turns. And I think that will do. When an enemy is afraid, they will often forget about the combat they were just in. So that freezer will go back to wherever it was he came from. His original spawn point. Okay. That was fun. Oh my goodness, we killed quite a few of them. It helped that we had a Death Stalker here to distract some of them, I think. We'll search all those beautiful corpses later. I'll do it off screen. Let's continue to search this area. Or maybe we'll do it on screen. Let's kill the freezer we know is still around here. We gotta be a little careful. So 1 Death Stalker and 1 Fire Starter was enough to kill, looks like, about 10, 12 lunatics here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got super lucky catching another psychopath, by the way. And I think you can use a computer console to flood an area fill it with gas and then kill a bunch of lunatics without having to actually fight them. We're gonna put on some detection goggles, I think. Oh no, this is detection goggles, Tim. And now, by the way, that you've unequipped your head slot, you've lost that 1 psionic slot. Yeah, this room. I think toggling this opens this up and then combat starts. You can fill this room with toxic gas and they might not even run, I'm guessing, the lunatics. They just stay in this room. I don't know if you get any experience points if you're playing classic mode for doing it that way, for killing them that way. Okay, well, we don't need these goggles on again. Actually, no, we should leave them on at the moment. I don't really care about dodge very much. good thing we're wearing them. We're acid blob traps. Ooh, another acid blob trap. I see our taser could use a little charge. Let's do that too. I'm guessing that there must have been a bunch of them around there doing what we see the freezer doing. I'm also assuming that the freezer here is the last enemy. That there won't be another. Let's try a plasma beam. I love that. There is nothing about that ability I do not love. The sound effect, the way it looks, and the damage it does. All fantastic. Oh, another psychopath. This one ran over here, burnt. Oh, I think we put the recursion on this one, if I recall. No. We weren't able to, but he was still burnt up. So 13 enemies. With that Stalker. So search all the barrels. Okay, so this is where you enter from the stairmaker. I guess that pipe. If I look at this. Even though the pipe is large enough for you to crawl through, there's a sludge buildup on its far end, rendering it impassable. Considering the filth and fetor, that might not be such a bad thing after all. Yeah, we didn't enter this area from the other side. Wow, walked right past that acid blob trap. Acid blob traps aren't actually that dangerous to us because we can just escape artist out of them. Oh, speaking of, by the way, well, not speaking of, a totally unrelated topic. No, we don't need to repair that at the moment. Let's go back to using our normal spear. Okay, so that is this area cleared of lunatics. We have another area to still clear, though. The other side of this. Which, we'll get a quest from the gentleman who gave us the quest to find Pavel as well, to go there. I think there's going to be a bunch of mutants there, and we'll deal with them next episode. Some poetry. Alright, so now we will search the bodies, everyone, so we're not going to do any more fighting or any more exploring. If you don't care about loot, thank you for watching. Otherwise, we're just going to be looting a bunch of stuff and leaving it in some... doing my standard looting. Looting corpses, leaving stuff in barrels. And breaking down stuff for more repair kits and what have you. And of course, shutting doors, because we have to shut doors. Yeah, that was fun. We did it first try. Holy crap! We didn't die here either. I thought for sure we're gonna die in this room at least once. Especially when they put 3 psychopaths. Yeah. 3 psychopaths here. Mental breakdown, stealth, biolocation, that's what it's called. My goodness. They are nasty enemies. And of course, a bunch of crossbows on these people. Oh, some MK3 grenades. I think I brought some with me and they're in our locker. Alright, let's get to a barrel. Alright, so what do we pick up? That's garbage. We don't need... Oh, we could probably use barrel poison. On our dagger. Has it been used up? It has been. Okay, so let's do that. Oh, we can coat our spears with it too, by the way. But I prefer putting poisons on weapons that I'll be slashing with fairly frequently. Then we can begin getting rid of all the garbage. So it's going to be all the daggers. That they had, because we don't care. These aren't worth much at all. Just a tiny bit of stitching coins. Don't care about their fist weapons either. And most of their armor is going to be junk. Actually, psychics rely mostly on their psionic powers. Surprisingly. Except for electricians, who often will fire on you still with their crossbow bolts. We don't need any biotechnician suits. You might want one down in Deep Caverns, but I think there's a suit down there you can just find. Yeah, we're just going to be taking a bunch of scraps, it looks like, from this stuff. This Galvanic overcoat's the only thing probably that was worth... Oh! 9mm is not worth repairing, but worth selling. I might just repair it anyway. We get a shield from one of them. And we have a bunch of scrap, so let's go ahead and make some repair kits. And we probably damaged our armor heavily standing in that flame, didn't we? Oh, we did not. Make some normal repair kits then, and we'll repair our gear. We should make some advanced repair kits as well. Once again, the repair kits weigh less than the scrap used to create them, which is why you see me doing this here and now. I think we can repair... Yeah, we can repair this. Why not? We still have more bodies. Okay, so do we have anything else we don't want? We don't need these. Okay, not bad. That's most of the corpses. Let's search the rest of them. And then all those lockers in that one room. More MK3 grenades. We probably should keep them. Alright, so what did we get that we do not want? Actually, this weighs so little, we might as well keep that sonic component on us. I don't want bolts. More stuff to break down. Okay, so let's do that too. Breaking down knives, breaking down leather armor for their bits. That Luger might be worth it. These are not... So these are arguably not worth repairing, but we're so low on things to sell to merchants that I am willing to spend the repair kits to up their value so we get more cash for them. Maybe even that Jaguar. Get another shield. Crossbow is worth repairing. Okay, so let's break down more things. We can repair, let's see, this one. And then we can use these repair kits on this one. One of them at least. We have more, still have more corpses to search. We can repair some of these weapons with the advanced repair kits we have. That's probably worth another. Actually, it's not, but I'll do it anyway. And we can use the repair kit there too. Ooh, that was really not worth it, that one. Too late now. Let's repair this gun again. Oh, and the crossbow. Crossbow is worth a big repair, so we'll do that. Okay, not bad. Leave him with some loot. Something to sell to Hana. I see that crossbow with a scope on it. Might be worth something. Ripper's glove. Fingertips of this glove are lined with wicked talons, designed specifically to tear skin and rip flesh. Looks like what's the horror movie now series? Freddy Krueger. It's like Freddy Krueger's weapon, or Gion's weapon from Samurai Showdown. Bleeding wounds. Bypasses the enemy's shield. Worth a bit of cash. We'll sell it. It's a doll made from electronic scraps. You try to poke and pinch it, but nothing happens. 3 oddity points for that. So he must be a unique enemy. Nothing on that lunatic. Alright. That is almost all the corpses. Hold on, we missed a freezer. They'll have some decent armor on them, but we're also almost overburdened. So let's break down more stuff. So let's see. So we don't need leather armor. This is a 5mm pistol that can be broken down. Scope pneumatic Zephyr crossbow, worth repairing. Absolutely. I'm almost out of repair kits. So, also, since I'm out of normal repair kits, we'll go back to using our electronic spear. And what did you have on you, Freezer? First off, you overburden us. You have an electronic combat knife. We don't need it. A decent pistol, 9mm extended magazine laser sighted, and a decent insulated anti-rifle overcoat. We're still overburdened, so we gotta break down bits or leave something behind. We'll leave behind this single insectoid gland. Put it in this locker. No, we won't. Guess we will. Okay, and we've got enough fabric scraps to make an advanced repair kit and repair the freezer's armor we just picked up. Also, we can make a standard electronic repair kit. There's something I almost never get to do. And fix our electronic spear. And one more normal repair kit will help us out here. Alright, not bad. You know, we have just enough of these also, so let's get our weight down just a little bit more and keep repairing. Oh, this is fabric also, the Ripper's glove. Okay, should have realized that. Okay, what else is in these lockers? They've gone through them all, I see. Tiny bit of bullets in one. Some boots. I guess we should take the boots, Tim. Might as well take a look at them. Oh, these are decent boots. They're worth a bit. We'll hold on to them. Let's get some at Southgate Station. Locked. Let's fix that. Luma's balaclava was what was in it. Oh, hello. 9mm 50-round ratchet. Probably not worth taking to sell, but worth taking to break down, I'm guessing, based on the value to durability ratio. 124 metal bits. Yep, that's worth taking to break down. And then we can make some more repair kits. Metal boots. I'm just gonna leave them there. I said that's dumb. You're taking stuff and breaking it down. Continue to do that. $117 metal bits for those. My goodness. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get our weight down if I make more repair kits. Just barely do not. So we'll just leave these here. Alright, so that's this room done. We got all the loot from it. Cleared it out of enemies, and now we have the other side to do. But I'm going to leave the university and do some selling of all this loot to the merchants. Viewer, and I'll do it off screen. We come back, we'll be back in this area. We'll show off how much cash I've earned from it. And we'll continue our exploration of the Hippocrates lab. Assuming that's how you say it. Thank you guys for watching, and maybe I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.